Hello everyone, and welcome to another appointment of the Future Materials Encounter. Today our guest is Soowon, here, a material and conceptual designer based in Eindhoven, who's gonna take us today into the world of a sustainable and biodegradable material which he has developed as graduation project at the Design Academy in Eindhoven. Please meet Soowon and Ocragela. Soowon.
Yeah, thank you.
The table is yours.
So my name is Soowon, and as Julia mentioned, I'm a designer based in Eindhoven, and I graduated Design Academy Eindhoven. And for my graduation project, I developed a sustainable and biodegradable material that I call Ocragela. And today we will have time to make the basic version of Ocragela. Yeah. So and to show, so these are the 4 ingredients: ochre, gelatin, glycerin, and water. I had no previous knowledge about the materials, so I just tried to start to material making test, and it was really fun because I could see the unexpected but interesting samples in the process. So also finally I could learn that I can create different patterns, colors, textures, and flexibility by changing the proportions and the temperatures and the way of casting. So today we will have time to make the basic version of Ocragela. Yeah, so we can start. First, I prepared all the ingredients without the ochre, so you can just choose the color of the ochre in here, and then we can start. Yeah, yeah. So first, we can put the gelatin. And we can put the glycerin. It's on the small cup. Yeah, and also you can put the ochre now. Yeah.
How much do we
can put only a small amount. Yeah, so you can, like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we add water and stir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the temperature should be 1.
Okay.
Yeah. We can remove the foam layer on the top layer to make it more clean surface. So we can remove them like this with spoon.
You gotta skim off the bubbles. Oh, look at this two-toned one.
Yeah, right. For the plastic one, the plastic particles would be on the top layer. So this color from the ochre and this color from the plastic particles. Yeah.
These things.
Yeah, right. But I have to grind more to make it more tiny particles. Yeah.
This is recycled.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Temperature is not high. Yeah, so it stays in there. But so I have to grind it a lot to make it more
Fine.
tiny. Yeah, things. Yeah.
So if you leave the bubbles in there, it will be like this.
Yeah. Also, it has some more bubbles on the between the surface. So it has some the transparent part in the. So in some parts it has some bubbles on here. So it's not. So if I want to make it more clean surface, then I have to remove the bubbles. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There are no bad ones.
But you have to make a smiley face. That's nice. Like little drips.
So I didn't.
Now you have to go inside of hers now
Here.
to create this wave.
No.
So now go in here.
Okay, so what?
I didn't put the tea or coffee base here.
Oh, that's good. See, that's oh shit, that's good.
Yeah, this,
Shit.
I mean,
So good. You put it in like a little heart.
I hit this one.
Turkish
Burnt amber. It means that if we hit the red color, it became like this color, the brown color.
Ah,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So, how do the different colors of the ochre come from?
And
You
it's
know,
from
how
the-
do you make them?
It's from the nature, but it has the different colors from the different substance. Yeah.
That's why this is Turkish
Yeah, right.
amber
Yeah.
burn.
Something from it has. This one is from Italian. Yeah, amber. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the red one, the very red one?
It's from the Africa and other some areas in the world. maybe 4 or 5 areas. Yeah.
Ah, wow. Okay.
It's like a white chocolate.
Tap it on this.
Raspberry
Looks
white
very good
chocolate.
and delicious. Good.
Should we just let it be?
Like further down, like.
This color made from the heat. So for example, if we heat the red color, then it became darker.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it called burnt amber. Yeah.
And that works with all of them. If you burn this one, for
No,
example, it
only
will
for the
turn-
lead one, because it has the iron in the inside. So yeah. So if we want to make the two-tone, then we should wait to be dried this one first, and then we have to pour again the other color. Yeah.
Oh, can we try it?
Yeah,
With
but
another
there is
color? Okay.
some left.
If there is some left over.
Yeah.
And what about these pans? Like, how do you clean them?
With the hot water, it's easily cleaned. Yeah.
You just put like boiling water in.
Yeah, boiling water. Yeah.
Because it's organic, it's biomaterial, right?
Yeah.
So it can.
Yeah.
But that's why
And you
Yeah.
can put it down the drain.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That point. Yeah.
These have to be coated.
Yeah. Right. With the beeswax or other. Yeah.
So, for instance, the samples we see there, they are coated
Yeah. Right. I already did the coat.
with beeswax.
Yeah. Beeswax. Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to see now is the material without the coating. So
Yeah.
the
Right.
original.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the coating works for resistance or also to give a shine.
Yeah. Also for the shiny and also covers the smells a bit because gelatin has some special smells, but it's not good.
Smell.
Yeah. Smells. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, but
Yeah.
we can feel it from
Yeah. Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So beeswax is better for coat. Yeah.
How does the amber glue work? It's a material I don't know very much.
It's also easily made. We can make some structure or other for example, like a base. We can make with the amber resin. Yeah, because it's a bit when we heat the material and then we can put on the mold, then it will be dried and it makes some structures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Amber. I like that this is almost fluorescent. So depending on how you bend it, it has different colors.
Yeah, right. Also with the light, we can see also the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's beautiful.
More water is more solid
Yeah, right. Yeah.
because with the jellies that I'm making, it's like if I add more gelatin, then it becomes more solid, but like less but I'm not using glycerin at all.
Oh.
So like there, it's like the more gelatin, higher the gelatin ratio to water, it's more solid, and lower gelatin ratio to more water, it's more blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not more water, more solid, or
I think it's.
in this case it
according
is.
to the amount of each ingredient.
Okay.
So it's better to check how it will be
Yeah,
made
yeah.
with the different proportions.
Yeah.
Because glycerin acts as a control the flexibility.
Yeah.
So I'm using that to make it
Yeah.
to make my material flexible.
Yeah.
But in your case, you are making the structure.
Yeah.
So you don't need the glycerin. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, when it will dry, it will be like
Just a bit. Yeah.
just a tiny
yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the water evaporates. Yeah.
Yeah, and also when you melt it again, like when you melt these residuals again, when they dry again, will they
Because
lose again?
this already dried one has no water inside. So
okay, so
yeah.
then it keeps the,
Yeah, right.
the volume,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
say.
yeah, right, yeah.
Okay.
And it's also like really interesting, like to understand that water will always evaporate.
Yes.
You know, like it sounds so simple when you say it. Like if you make something that contains water, it will not stay there because it's just not a solid thing. It cannot be solidified unless it's frozen. So if you mix them, it will in the end just remain gelatin. Yeah.
It's kind of counterintuitive, right? We connect the water with something unstable and liquid and flexible, while actually, eventually, it's the glycerin giving these properties.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
think
now I understand.
This kind of a project is more interesting in the process.
Yeah.
Also,
Interesting.
I'm also curious about the project for the making the structure with gelatin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe you will get some unexpected but interesting the result in the process.
Yeah.
I just wonder whether if she wants something completely fully transparent, so not without the yellowish.
Because
Nuance.
gelatin has their own colors, like a yellowish color, so we cannot control them
Yeah.
if we use gelatin.
Yeah. So all you could do is like find a composition of gelatin, water, and glycerin that gives you the most transparency and the fixation that you want.
Yeah.
So then the glycerin comes back in again, I guess, for volume and transparency.
So for the steps for today are done. So after 2 or 3 days, we can take it out, and then just we have to cut the edge, the first part, and then we can take it out, and then we can dry on the on the table for 3 or 4 days more, and then it will be fully dried, and then we can coat it. But I can't do that for you in this time. Yeah, but that process is enough for the making the Ocragela. Yeah.
These samples are very beautiful also for the transparency levels they have. Maybe, thank you. Maybe Soowon, you want to show them?
Sure. First this one.
Yeah. And the transparency you were explaining us that the transparency depends on the pigments, the presence of the pigments.
Yeah. By from the proportion of the ingredients, we can make the different transparency. So we mix the 3 colors in here, so it can show the different transparency in one sample, like this. Yeah, the yellowish one. So it has also different transparency, and also this one we use only without the ochre, so it has the more gelatin color of the gelatin. Right. Yeah, we can take it out the dust like this.
On both sides, or?
Yeah, right. Yeah. But only we can do only this side. Okay. Now, yeah. Right. Yeah. And then we will. I bring the carnauba wax. It's from the palm tree, so it's only the natural materials, and the quality is similar with the beeswax, but this one is more vegetable-based one. Yeah. We only need a bit, because we have to apply only thin layer for the first time. So we have to cover all the surface. And the total is the 1 week.
1 week time, yeah. And I guess the dry time depends also on the thickness.
Yeah, right, yeah. Also the size of the sample, yeah. But we have to wait around 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah. Also, sometimes the sponge has some dust, so we can also remove a bit with the masking tape.
depending on how you look it,
Yeah.
I shouldn't touch it probably, but there are like different texture on the surface and then also different transparency, and there is no overlap between all the different texture and the transparency too.
Thanks.
Maybe next week I will start to test Ocragela to make the 3D printing object.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know about how it works, but I have to discuss about the process with the university in TUE in Eindhoven.
Okay.
Yeah. So we want to test the 3D printing technique with the Ocragela. Yeah. Many of them are using the chemical coatings for the making the clothing and other more applicable materials. So, but I want to keep it more natural. So I need more time to research to develop that kind of the level. But I want to see the possibility. I don't know it would be possible, but I want to see the possibility. Yeah. I think we can do.
Can I touch?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. I don't think it's so
Little
sticky.
bit,
Little
but
bit,
yeah,
yeah.
just kind of.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. With some glaze. It might be a specific question, but I was wondering in terms of intellectual property, like, you know, this is your graduation project, but you also spent 2 years on this, right,
Yeah,
to
right.
develop this material.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about sharing information? We already asked last time about the recipe, and you told us that, of course,
Yeah.
it's your project, so you wouldn't feel, well, it depends on the context, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious to understand how you feel about talking about Ocragela, sharing information, sharing potentially the recipe, because it's your own project, you developed it. But you're also a very generous person.
Yeah.
Like even just
Yeah.
being here
So
twice.
at the first time, I was also worrying about the recipe because when I exhibit in Korea, some people want just the recipe to make the same material for their project. But so I was worrying about the sharing the recipe, but also in other side, I could get lots of the inspirations from the people by talking about the Ocragela and by sharing their thoughts about the natural materials. So after that time, I want to share more about the Ocragela, and it was more, because it is also a mission for me to develop Ocragela, so it's better to talk more and discuss more with other people. So now I'm more open to collaborate or share my ideas, and I want to get more inspiration from others. Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Was there something particularly helpful or inspiring for you in today's or in the previous workshop? Well, in the workshop we had last week, like a question that triggered perhaps some new ideas or some
Yeah.
new inspiration.
Also, the people in here has more artistic the mind and also artistic process. So I also curious about their project, and also when I do the workshop with them, I can also see the different reactions or different ideas from them. So it was really nice and it was more interesting to me. So I also want to keep going on to also talk and discuss with other fields of the art and design also. Yeah.
Okay. Like, for instance, the question if we could eat your material, right? That was asked last time.
Yeah. Also in
Yeah.
Yeah, I also making the gelatin-based structures. So it was really impressive to me because that process was really different with me, and also it was new to me. So I can get lots of the inspiration also for her. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if we think about, so the material is part of the Future Materials Bank. So if we think about future materials and future-proof materials, what do you think is the specific features or quality of Ocragela that would really like make a difference when we try to think about sustainable shift?
You mean for other participants or?
Also,
Ah.
but not only.
I think this one is just the starting point. So I want to see the more diverse the possibility with the Ocragela. So also I want to keep it as natural as materials. So now I'm thinking to how it can be more durable and more interesting material can be more applicable in more our daily life. So I'm really curious about that things now. Yeah. For the edge, we don't have to wait too long, so we can just
You really spend a lot of time with Ocragela.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, you have been really generous, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And I hope you feel a bit part of the Eindhoven community now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
can we keep the samples?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.